Go ahead and mute yourself if you're not muted. All right. All right, cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and get rolling with the meeting. All right. So as you guys know, we've been building something special, and I'm really proud of what is being built in our organization right now. We have lots of momentum on our side. Now, whether you've been crushing it, whether you haven't been getting the results that you wanted, keep going, right? Keep the foot on the gas pedal, right? Like I know, like Benny's been like on the board or close to $1,000 every single week. Like keep that consistency up. That's gonna be super great, and it's gonna build to something really massive by the end of the year. All right. So as you guys know, we're doing a lot of incredible things, and we're on a mission to fill the division. Right. We want to fill the division with everybody from our office, and things are looking really good. I have some quick announcements, and then we're gonna bring up Jacob. He's gonna be teaching you guys all the ins and outs about the Facebook program. So for your notes, go ahead and jot this down. Uh, right now, we're in an Olean push week. All right, so we're in a push period. So right now, our office is competing against all the other offices inside of the Western region. So let me show you guys like what that looks like, and some of you guys might have a chance to win some prizes and things like that from our region. So if you guys look right here, this is our fall extravaganza push. All right, this started on October 23rd and it ends on November 6th. Top 10 representatives, you guys are going to get this acrylic knife block mailed to you, which is going to be super cool. Um, then top 5 offices will win this as well. And then you're also going to be able to like win one of this cool Western region hats and things like that. Now, this event, we have an event coming up. All right, this is for all the leaders. Normally, we pick a few representatives from our office to travel to go visit the factory, but due to COVID, unfortunately, we can't do that. But we're going to be doing a leadership development meeting, which is going to be really exciting. You're going to hear from some of the best speakers in the entire company, and you're going to meet the founder, or not the founder, but the CEO of or actually the CEO. Yes, Bruce Goodman will be speaking at the event, as well as the owners of Cutco. So that's going to be a really great interaction. And this meeting's only for leaders. So if you're wondering like how can I get invited into that, just message me one-on-one, and we can work something out. Or we might make a little contest that you need to earn to be able to go there. We're also going to be doing a factory tour. So this way, if you were ever curious on how all the products were made, or seeing like the steps to make a Cutco knife, like that's going to be involved as well. So that's going to be really cool. Now, I just wanted to give some recognition towards the newsletter. All right, this is our weekly newsletter. This gets put out every single week, and these are all the offices in the Western region that are competing for this. I want to highlight Deanna Scortino. She sold $30,000 worth of Cutco last week. All right, $30,000 worth of knives. All right, and a great way to learn how to sell Cutco on a high level like that is making sure you get invited or come to all the events. All right, so Deanna Scortino, she makes 50% of that. She made $15,000 last week. And then the top new rep. Now she's a CSP. She's been with the company for a while, but the top new representative is Nyan. I actually spoke with his manager today. He just did $20,000 in his fast start contest. Right, so he just finished up his fast start last week. He sold about $12,000. So I think that's super cool out there in Bellevue, Washington. So I'm only showing you guys that, so this way you guys can see what other people are doing in the company, right? Because sometimes it's like you're like, man, do people really sell a lot of this stuff? And it's like easy to like see like, man, like Cutco, like how much of this stuff could I really sell? And honestly, sky's the limits. Skies are the limits. All right. Now, something else I wanted to give you guys all some recognition is we were the number 5 office in the entire region last week. So give yourselves a round of applause. All right. So it says my name on the reports, but this is all of you guys, all of your work, all of your hard work last week, and everybody that got on the board. So I'm going to recognize everybody that turned in an order and all that great stuff as well. Now our mission is to be the #1 office. So we need to take down the Bellevue office. Now they have the hot hand right now. They have been on fire and they've been kicking everyone's butts. So it's going to be great. Now, oh, I like this little quote. Sometimes the region adds like these quotes on there. Right here it said the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Right. And that quote like kind of resonates with me because like a lot of people always think like, oh man, I shouldn't, like, I'll use Bitcoin as an example. Right. Like people are like, oh man, I wish I should have invested in Bitcoin 10 years ago. And then they wait and like, well, you can still invest now, right? Or that's with like any stock or real estate or investment or anything like that. Like people are like, dang it, since I missed out on it last year, like I don't know if it's ever going to be as good. But usually those, and that's why it's called an investment, because it always keeps growing. So same thing with you, invest in yourself now, right? Even if you didn't have the best week last week, or you haven't had the best year, and you're like, man, this year feels like it's a waste. Like you never want to throw away a year. Does that make sense? Right? Like you guys can decide now, finish this year off strong, which gives you momentum into next year. So that's just something to think about as well. Now, I want to recognize some people that made it onto the newsletter. I didn't get a chance to highlight everybody, but I'm just gonna kind of scroll through the columns and see if I see somebody. So, okay, Daniel Reeder right here, CSP in our office, sold $7,000 last week. So good job, Daniel. We come into the third column. JJ, all right. So JJ, good job, man. Second week on the job, making it onto the newsletter into the second column. So that's super exciting. Selling $2,238 for the week. So give JJ a big round of applause, guys. All right. And one thing I like about working with JJ, I've only had a chance to work with him for a little bit because he actually got transferred into our office like last second, and he had to like adapt to everything that we do here differently from his office, but he picked up on it really quickly. And the thing I love the most about every time I talk to JJ, he has great energy. He's always positive. He's excited. And I know this guy is definitely working really hard behind the scenes. So I appreciate your hard work, JJ. Keep it up. And big things are going to be coming. Okay, cool. So let's see. We got Jacob Casado. All right. So Jacob made it onto the board right there. So good job, Jacob. Jacob just finished his fast start contest, and I believe you are going to be the new leader for the South Coast fast start record right now, Jacob. So hopefully you are there. I don't see you, but I see your face. Okay, I see your emoji sign. All right, so good job right there, Jacob. And now Jacob, the biggest thing I love about working with Jacob is he's doing the job the right way. He's definitely doing the job the right way. He calls in on every single appointment. I think I've met Jacob's whole family at this point, like through like FaceTime calls and videos and one-on-one chats. So I think it's super awesome. And that's what you got to do, right? Be creating like that personal interaction and making sure your customers are feeling comfortable and helping them get the best deal. So really great job right there, Jacob. Let's see. And forgive me if I skipped over you, if I didn't see you on here. All right, we have Benny. All right, Benny, his third time on the newsletter. All right, so great job again, Benny. Another solid week. And what I like about Benny, right? You guys know, like this guy, he is positive and he's very good with his time, right? He's like I remember he's like, John, I'm working these days, and he always shows up and works those days. And I think that's why he's always on the board every single week, because he puts in the time to make sure he has appointments scheduled for those days. And like right before this, he even like just got finished taking a test, right? He didn't let that be an excuse to miss the meeting, and he showed up and he just scheduled some more demos, right? So keep up the great work, man. As if you keep working like that, you're gonna be at Dirty 30 in no time. All right. Then we had Kaylin Garcia hitting the newsletter as well. So I love this. We have a lot of people on the newsletter. Our mission right now is to get 10 representatives on the newsletter. All right. So 10 representatives on the newsletter. Once we do that, we are going to have one of our most outrageous weeks of the fall campaign. So I'm really excited to see that come to fruition. All right. Now, when you guys do sell $1,000 in a day, all right, even if you've already done it in like the past, if you go back onto your Vector Connect, you guys can log your grand days on there. So go to vectorconnect.com, my account. You're going to go to stats, go to more, and then you'll see it says grand day entry. So I'll post a screenshot of this into the team chat so that way you guys can see that, get it on there, get it recognized. Like you'll see people like Leah. This is her 1,060th grand day that she's had in her career, right? James Hill, his 516th grand day. So we definitely want to get those all on there. All right, cool. And then you guys can start creating some pace setters, right? Like this is for people that are being consistent, right? So consistency is the key, right? Let's see. So Daniel Reeder right now is our consistent person. Unfortunately, Benny, you were on the consistency string 2 weeks in a row, but this week you just barely missed it by like a couple $100. I think it was like only like $100 something, and you would have 3 weeks on it. But you can restart that string and just keep it going, and then you'll see $3,000 pace setters. I feel like we're missing somebody on here, but oh well. I think Jacob, you'll be on there like next week if it's not already on there. So 3,000 consistency string. Daniel Reeder's 2 weeks over 3,000, 2 weeks over 4,000, and I believe he is 2 weeks over 5,000 and 2 weeks over $7,000 for Daniel Reeder in our office. So he's creating like a mega string, which is really cool. All right. All right, cool. So let me come back over here. Some things I want you guys to write down are, we have Red Cutco back. All right, Red Cutco is back. Some of you guys didn't even know we had Red Cutco, but during like the COVID stuff, like we had to discontinue some products just because half of our factory was shut down. So Red Cutco is back, steak knives are back, flatware is back, and it's really exciting. So like those, I know there's some of you guys that had customers that were asking about Red products and you lost out on sales, or there was like, you have a list of call me back later. Like some of you guys could just make some phone calls this week and let customers know like, hey, Mrs. Jones, I just wanted to let you know that all of our products are back in, right? We have our Red Cutco back, we have our flatware, we have all of our garden tools and all that great stuff coming back into the factory. So that's an extra thing that you guys have to sell. And I'll post some stuff into the WhatsApp group chat. All right, key staff meeting. All right, so key staff meeting. We have a key staff meeting on Saturday. All right, so Leadership Academy people, you do not need to be at the key staff meetings, but you are welcome to join. But other people that are on key staff, if you're over $2,000, you are on key staff. All right, so this is on this Saturday, which is Halloween. Happy Halloween all in advance at 9 a.m. All right, so it's going to be at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And this one's going to be on building rapport and getting better at connecting with customers through Zoom, as well as sharing your goals at a high level. And that's going to be taught by the Las Vegas district manager, Bianca Rodriguez. All right, so I'll be sending out the Zoom links to everybody. If you're not over 2,000 and you want to be at that event, message me and ask me how you guys can get invited into that. So that's on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Building rapport, connecting with customers, and sharing your goals. All right. Now, some hot news. So this is our divisional top 25. All right. So I wanted to recognize some people that are on there. Like we have Gabrielle. She's on there. You're in the number 3 spot, Gabrielle. So that's super exciting. Number 2, just so you know, is at 7,900. And then number 1 is at 8,400. So I definitely think you could take them. We have JR at number 4. They are like basically tied, which is really cool, both from our office. And then we have Jacob Casado making his way up there. So you're number 8 on that. on the division top 25. And this is a great place to be. You want to be on the top 25 list of the division because this is what Evan Keller looks at, our division manager. So this is good. Let's see, Benny, you're making your way up there as well now, man. Before you weren't even on there. Now you're number 17. So that's super exciting. And then we have Amon, and I can't see this last one. Sorry, for some reason my little thing is blocking it. Oh, we have Raymond. All right, cool. Now here's the Office top 10. I know everyone's been curious about this one. So Office top 10, and as you guys know, this doesn't count what you sold last week. This is everything that the week prior before, but this updates every single Friday. So I'll post this into the group chat every Friday. So we have Daniel Reeder in the number 1 spot, Gabrielle number 2 in the Office, JR followed by Jacob, then Eddie Seha, and then so followed by Eddie Seha, Austin Robinson number 6, Benny at number 7, Jacob Hall at number 8, number 9 is Amon, Raymond at number 10, and then Brent, you are the sniffer. All right, so let's get you back into the top 10. And then these are people that turned in orders last week. So I just wanted to take some time to recognize everybody that turned in an order. So I'll start from the bottom and work our way up. Like Domini, she got on the board, and Domini has a crazy school schedule. Plus she's doing like an internship and everything like that. So I appreciate her hard work, at least getting 1 order in. Same thing with Kioma. She runs track at USC. She takes a lot of classes, very busy schedule, still finding a way to get 1 order in. Same thing with Brent. So nice job turning in 1 order. Then we have Gabrielle getting in 2 orders for the week. Austin Robinson with 2 orders. Ivan Beltran, one of the assistant managers, with 1 order. Eddie Seha with 2 orders. Anthony Silva, I know he was on a little bit of a dry spell, but got in 1 order, sold a galley set, and he was happy to be back. So I'd love to see you. Welcome back, Anthony. Kaylin Garcia turning in 2 orders for the week. Benny turning in 1 order. Jacob Casado turning in 6 orders. JJ turning in 3 orders, and then Daniel Reeder turning in 11 orders for the week. All right, so great stuff right there. Give everybody a collective round of applause. Appreciate all of you guys working super hard. Okay. Last couple hot news things. I just want to recognize the top 5 for the week. So Daniel, JJ, Jacob, Benny, and Kaylin Garcia were the top 5 representatives for the week. All right, so great job, guys. Now, who's going to be number 1 next week? Who's gonna stay on the top 5? Who's going to replace somebody on this top 5 list? All right, and then ball in the fall contest. Those of you guys that have qualified for this, that dinner is going to be on November 10th. Okay. So November 10th, we are going to Fleming's Steakhouse, and it's going to be super juicy and fantastic. Okay. So enough of me. Now it's time to bring up our guest speaker. So please give your full attention to this man, one of the assistant managers in our office, future branch manager, Jacob Hall. He's going to be talking to you guys about the Facebook. I sound like I'm an old person. The Facebook program. All right. And Jacob Hall, here's why I wanted Jacob Hall to talk to you guys. Jacob is probably one of the most consistent representatives on our squad. And Jacob, one thing I love about him, he is always curious. He's always looking to learn. He's always looking to improve himself, and he always just wants to do the best he can to help the team, help others, help himself, and continue to grow. So I really like this, and go ahead and take it away, Jacob. All right, I believe you can share your screen.
All right. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. All right, so let's do this.
And then if your screens are off, if you guys can just give Jacob some respect and turn some screens on so he's not talking to a blank thing, that is great.
All right. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let me move this in here. All right, great. Well, hello everyone. Just let me know in the chat really quick. How would you feel if someone you did not know called you and said, "Hey, I want some Cutco. Can you help me?" How many of y'all would like that to happen?
Someone we don't know.
Yeah.
How did they get our number then?
Through Facebook.
Fair.
Right? Yeah, like so that's a bunch of like little orders right there. Collecting a few things. I've got a few things to say. So I see a few people fired up. Yeah. All right. So if y'all wouldn't mind just grabbing out your notes, because I'm probably going to tell you something that you've never heard before, and it will definitely help you generate more orders and kind of accumulate more CPO this way. All right. So the first thing I do want to say though is before I did use Facebook, I was very skeptical about it because I've always kind of heard like it's a kind of a dying platform. Not a lot of people use it. So I was wondering if this was really the best way to go about things. But after giving it a little bit of time, I kind of learned that it just simply wasn't true. I've joined multiple groups and kind of seeing a lot of activity on Facebook, and those are definitely where most of the Mac customers are. Most people who are married, you know, own a house, have a pretty decent income. So I've also generated about $6,000 of CPO from Facebook without doing a single demo, just so you all know. So a little bit about me. My name is Jacob Hall. I am the assistant manager for this office, and I also help coordinate field trainings. So if anyone wants to go field training, let me know. If for y'all who don't know what field training is, it's kind of going onto someone else's presentation and watching so that you can kind of take notes and learn and do things like that. Or you could be the one kind of demonstrating and teaching other people how to do a good presentation. Because the ultimate form of teaching is, of learning is teaching, right? Showing other people what to do. So if y'all are interested in that, let me know. I'm more than happy to kind of set you guys up with that. All right, so I have also, so I've also been kind of working since mid to late May, just so y'all also do know that. If y'all ever just want to chat or get to know more about me, feel free to contact me. I'm always available to you guys, absolutely. And also, all right, just so you all also know, I'm not great at public speaking. So if I mess up, I do apologize in advance. All right, so again, today I wanted to kind of tell you guys how to generate more CPO without doing a single demo. But before that, I want to show you guys this picture right here. So this is a post I threw up a little while back. It's just kind of my generic post I make other people kind of put up for me. And as you can kind of see right here, I've generated about 2,161 people have seen this, and 423 people have kind of engaged in this post, whether that's just kind of looking at it, liking it, sharing it, stuff like that. And here's one comment I got off this post. Cutco makes the best knives, a little bit of typos there, and they have a lifetime warranty. Great knives for anyone who wants to buy them. I don't know what he's supposed to say here, but I'm gonna give him his information. I'll buy some knives off him in a couple of weeks. So these are the kind of comments I've gotten. I've gotten a few of these kind of things, just to kind of give you guys an idea. All right, so I also really quick want to talk about how to just kind of get what I like to call like getting more with Facebook, how to get more demos and CPO, considering that's kind of what this job is. And more demos, of course, means more money, right? So that's what I'm going to talk about first, is how to get a few more presentations, a few more people to do presentations for. So first thing is, not a lot of people do this. I know some people have heard of it, but you can always contact your mom's friends on Facebook. With permission, of course. Don't do this without permission. And all of your mom's friends are probably over 30, have a house, and have a pretty decent income. Now, let's just kind of all say they are pretty much Mac customers. I've done a few of these. They've actually turned out pretty well. And those, of course, are kind of like your prime customers. So if you guys need help with this, let me know. I've got a few scripts I can kind of send out to you guys if you want to know. Just kind of copy paste and just kind of do it that way. All right, so second is almost kind of the same thing as my first point, is that you can kind of do the same thing with your recommendations. So after the demo, you can ask to be Facebook friends. And if they say yes, then ask them if you can message their Facebook friends and ask them if you can do a demo for them. Most people will probably say no, but for those that do say yes, most people have upwards of 500 friends, and that's 500 people you would be able to ask to do a presentation for that you would not be able to otherwise. But I do want to say again, ask for permission. It's going to make some people really mad if you just start texting their friend, messaging their friends, and asking to do presentations. All right, so the final thing, it's very simple. It's just get people to post for you. If you guys need a template to help you out, let me know. I have a few different ones to kind of help you guys out. Now, kind of back to the first question I asked, how would you feel to get someone to call you and ask you for help? Well, that's exactly what happened to me, because I was on quick little story. I was on a date with my girlfriend, okay? And I got a call out of the blue. And at first, I really didn't want to answer it, right? Because I'm on a date. But my girlfriend kept kind of edging me and kind of saying, hey, just take the call. It's really quick. She knows I work for Cutco. So she's kind of like super supportive about it. And she said it might be Cutco related. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So I took it. And what I found out, it's someone who wanted Cutco, and I didn't do she found me off another person I did a demo with that posted for me. Excuse me. So she ordered about $1,200 worth of Cutco, and I didn't have to do a single demo for her. All I did is I had to pick up the phone and just put the order in. That was it. And I didn't have to sit there and kind of explain what Cutco is, and all I had to focus on really is just kind of upselling. So she wanted originally about a $500 order, but I kept telling her, hey, what about your friends? Maybe this, maybe that, kind of just a few different things, a few different ideas, and she ended up getting about $1,200 worth of Cutco. And the only reason I got that order is because she saw a post from someone else. So that's, again, posting does genuinely help a lot. All right, so many of y'all have probably heard that before, but I do want to tell you guys something new that you probably have never heard before, and how to generate actually some passive orders using Facebook. So the first thing you guys can do is actually create a Facebook business page. This will give you more statistics and has other benefits to help generate traffic. Now, to kind of get more people in there. So after trying to figure out the best way to get the word about Cutco out, I did find out that people don't like a personal Facebook page because it has a bunch of stuff worth of Cutco in it, right? If you see someone who just has like, hey, get this, buy this, it just kind of gets annoying after a while. And I don't want to be annoying. I don't want people to think of me as a salesman. I'd like to think of me as a person first. So what I learned is not to do that on your personal Facebook page. Actually, what I would recommend, and this is what I've been doing, is make a genuine Facebook page that has real stuff about your life, or just something you kind of want to share with other people. Now, while that's going on, you also have a Facebook business page going on. That way, and that's the page that you would post, hey, we have this deal, that deal, kind of showing a few different things. I'll kind of explain a little bit what to post here in a second. And that way, people feel much more comfortable with you because they'll see your Facebook, just your normal page of you as a person doing normal human things. And then you'll also have the business side of you that people will respect more because you're not being pushy and annoying salesman. Now, the second thing is being consistent is very important on both Facebook pages. So it is a little bit of work, but after time, you'll start generating quite a bit of orders. So you'll want to generate more traffic on your personal page while generating some on your business page. So you kind of have those two flows of people who you're introducing new to Cutco, who could be potential customers. So a few ways you can kind of do this is by looking up marketing YouTube videos on how to generate some things on Facebook. Those help. Joining, and here's one tip I can give to you guys, and that's joining groups that relate with Cutco and kind of with your business page. Join the groups. That way you can post something in that group that is related to Cutco, such as like cooking, kitchen, knives, really anything that has like moms in it would work, but don't spam it because that of course always gets annoying. Just kind of throw it out there every once in a while and you'll get a few people looking at it and that sort of thing. I recently actually had a lady like a few days ago tell me she wants some Cutco, and I'm currently kind of talking with her a little bit back and forth. She's a little bit nervous about it, but she's looking to get a $500 CPO order. So that's like another order right there. And then that first page that you saw, first slide I had right there with the picture, showed another man who just kind of contacted me saying, hey, I want to get some Cutco in a few weeks. So this does work. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Again, I'm here to help you guys out. Now, I also do want to leave you guys with 2 practical tips on how to kind of post effectively for Cutco. So here, so the first thing is to actually stop asking people to buy. It gets really annoying, and you don't really want to annoy people. That's not the goal, but you just want to show people how to use Cutco effectively. And excuse me. So what I mean by that is just almost kind of doing a presentation and record it over and then post little clips of it on Facebook. That way people can see what Cutco is. And then instead of you always asking, hey, do you want to get Cutco? Because if I saw a knife that's worth Cutco, let's say a 5-inch Petite Santoku, $127 roughly, or a $4 or $5 knife right here, they look the same to me. I'm probably going to go with the $5 knife just because I don't understand what this more expensive knife is all about. So if you would explain it and explain the forever guarantee, the benefits, some things it does better than other companies' knives, that way people will feel much more comfortable. I feel like they're making the decision and you're not selling them on that. And most people typically like that a lot more. All right, so that's pretty much it. So again, my name is Jacob Hall. If y'all don't know me, my phone number is 704-421-6682. So if y'all want to write that down, if you have any future questions about anything, just let me know. You can also kind of contact me through the office page. Just let me know and I'll be more happy to answer any questions.
Boom. Nice job, Jacob. Go ahead and stop your share. Dude, that was good. Give Jacob a big round of applause. Give him some positive encouragement for his very first talk at a Cutco team meeting. So I think that is super exciting. And we definitely appreciate all the support from the whole team, just because we have a lot of up and coming managers and people that are going to be in roles similar to mine, or they're going to be in my role one day. So I want to definitely have an outlet for people to work on their craft and get up. But dude, I really like how professional and how organized he is, right? You guys see why he sells a lot. Like he knows his business, and he's taken time. And let me just be clear, I didn't tell him or teach him to like go make a professional page or research. You saw he put in a lot of his own time as well to like go look at YouTube videos and learn how to get traffic to his page and all that great stuff. So I love to see that. So fantastic job right there, Jacob. Okay, cool. I just wanted to wrap up the meeting with a couple last things, and then we'll wrap it up. Just give me 1 second. I wanted to talk about the All-American Scholarship a little bit. So just as a reminder, top 25 students in the spring and the fall campaigns win the All-American Scholarship. And right now, it is very, very competitive. Anybody can get there. And if you guys are interested in trying to make a plan or trying to make a push towards this, what it's going to take to win the All-American from this point till the end of the year, write this down. Here's all it takes. I did the math. $1,000 a week, selling 1,000 CPO per week worth of Cutco. So that is a homemaker per week, gets you an All-American Scholarship. All right, now that sounds super simple. Obviously, it's definitely not that simple, but that's what it takes. All right, so I can help you out. Now to kind of break it down, what it should take to sell $1,000 a week should take about 7 to 10 demos to sell about $1,000, right? 7 to 10 demos with a 60% closing ratio and just an average order of like $350, $1,000 per week. All right, $1,000 per week to rake in an All-American Scholarship. All right, now management opportunities. We're looking to continue to build our staff. All right, I'm always looking for future leaders. I'm looking for the next Andrew Myers. That's going to be our best recruiter on the team. Right, I'm looking for another Jacob Hall. I'm looking for more Brents and all my other wonderful assistant managers to promote. So I'm always looking. So if you guys are ever interested and just curious on how to become an assistant manager, just ask. Now, field training is another big thing that needs to start happening in our office a lot more. Now, did anybody have one of the assistant managers reach out to them this week? Give me a show of hands. I mean, I can only see a couple people. So, all right. So
I'm eating. Sorry about that.
yeah, no worries. But yeah, so I paired up the system managers with some of you guys. And so if you guys receive like a message from the system managers, give them the same respect that you would with me. You guys can tell my assistant managers anything. I trust these guys with my life, and that's why they're like my next closest thing to like me, right? So like they're like I trust these guys a ton. So that's why I'm letting them to get a chance to like work with you guys. And also just I want like these guys are learning like how to become great managers. So there might be like mistakes here and there. So far so good. I've only heard positive things, but let's just say like a mistake does happen. Just let me know. Let's communicate about it, and we can get it solved. But they're here to help you guys, just because there's a lot of you guys, but only one of me. So that's why I do have assistant managers to help out with that. So you can talk to them about field training. Many of them are doing demos on a weekly basis, just like you guys. So ask them like, hey, Jacob, can I tag along with you on an appointment? Right? Andrew, Brent, let me, can I just see how you drop down with a customer? Can I see how you get referrals? So, and also I would love to see you guys take people field training like JJ. I would love to see you take somebody else on your appointment, right? You had a pretty nice week last week, and you're definitely doing something right? So you should definitely like offer people to go field training, and you're just post in the group chat like, hey, I got a couple appointments. Does anybody want to tag along? And it's as simple as that. And same thing with my assistant managers. You guys should be going on appointments with new representatives too, to see where you can help them out, or just you might even learn something new. All right. So field training is something that we definitely need to have start happening in our office. And then we have our team builder scholarship. All right, this is something I definitely need to talk about a little bit more. We don't talk about it enough. But when you guys recommend friends to the position and they start the job and they do well, you guys count as a team. You guys count as a team, and you guys are competing against all the other teams in the Western region. So if you have the number one friend team, whoever started the team, they get an additional $1,000. You could do whatever you want with that $1,000, right? Like I've had people that have won that. Some have gave like all their friends like $100, and then they kept the rest. You could keep all 1,000 for yourself, or you could just send your friend a heart emoji and say, hey, I appreciate you, right? Whatever you want to do with it. Now, if you're number 2 and number 3, you get $500, which is still awesome. An extra $500 just from knowing people, right? Like that's basically how you earn that money. Number 4 and 5 get $300, 6 and 10 get $200, and 11 and through 20 gets an extra $100. So you never know. You never know if you're on that list. I'll definitely check that out. But this goes until the end of the year. All right, this goes until the end of the year, and I wanted to bring this up as well because we're gonna be making a push from now till Christmas. All right, this is where some of the most Cutco gets sold, is in these next 6 weeks, I guess, so to speak, because we have Thanksgiving coming up. If you're not talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas on every demo right now, you're definitely missing out. All right, you're definitely missing out. So we're gonna have some key staff events on holiday sales, but next week's team meeting, I'm gonna be talking about how to incorporate Christmas sales, Christmas orders inside of all your appointments. But we're making a really big push right now because there's something called President's Banquet. All right, President's Banquet. And this is every office in the company, every office in the entire company. All the new representatives in each office are competing against each other. All right, and this is the hardest contest to win in the company. Only a very select offices earn the achievement of the President's Banquet every single year. So what President's Banquet is, all the CEOs of the company, they take all the district managers that earned it, they fly them out to Vegas for a luxurious time. Right? So that's great for me, but that doesn't do anything for you guys, right? However, we're going to have our own President's Banquet. So when we hit President's Banquet, I'm going to do a special President's Banquet for the team. Okay, is everybody cool with that? right? It might be like a little like vacation somewhere. We might rent out like a big Airbnb up in the mountains or something and just have fun. I don't know, right? Well, we can figure that out as a team, but we got to hit it first, right? As much as I would like to plan out all the details right now and talk about how awesome and how cool it is, we got to hit it. All right, we got to hit this. Now, here's how far away we are from President's Banquet. I want you guys to write this down. We're 67,361 dollars away. Ironically enough, that's about how far away we are from hitting our our yearly goal of $750,000 for the year. Now, the reason why I tell you this is something kind of pissed me off. All right, something kind of pissed me off. So, like, I was talking with some other managers, and like I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit P-Bank because I'm confident in my team. I'm confident in all of you guys on here. I'm confident in myself. And the managers were like, yeah, I don't think you're gonna hit it, bro. Like they're doubting us. I was like, what? How dare you doubt us? So it kind of pissed me off that people don't think we're gonna hit it. People don't think that we're gonna make it. We've been one of the top offices all year. For those of you guys that weren't with us on our win streak earlier this year, we'd like won pretty much every single contest so far, and they don't think we're gonna crush this. So it kind of pissed me off. So they don't think we can crush it. They don't think we're the best office. They don't think we're the hardest working team. So that's why I wanted to wrap up the meeting with what it takes to have championship work ethic. All right. Now, also real quick before I go into that, I just wanted to recognize some people that hit some promotions. So Jacob, good job. He's over his second promotion, and I believe he hit a $6,000 promotion as well. If you're not at 6,000, then you're like super close to it. But give him a big round of applause right there. Benny also hit his second promotion at 3,000. So great job right there. And then JJ hit his first promotion, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you hit your second promotion as well. So if you're not at your second promotion, you're probably like dollars away. So give him another round of applause as well. Great job, guys, and keep the momentum going. Right, let's get you to 30-30 as quickly as possible. Right, if you're at your second promotion at 3,000, well, let's get to 6,000 as quickly as you can. Can you do it this week? Right, can you have another solid week and just like get there quick? The faster, the better. All right, so great job on hitting those promotions, guys. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up with this: what it takes to be a champion, or what is championship work ethic. I know I said this is the standard that I want out of the team, but I don't know if I've actually gone into detail of like what is a championship work ethic. So I'm gonna have you guys write down a couple of things. So championship work ethic, and this is all what I felt. All right, I've read tons of books, watched some of the best athletes play, listened to a lot of their stuff. And this is kind of, I wanted to boil it down to like my top 4 things of what championship work ethic is. The first thing is you need to have a clear plan. You need a clear plan. One thing that you notice with all great teams, all great organizations, all great athletes, all great performers, all greats in any industry is they have a clear plan. And I'm not even talking like a whole long-term plan, right? Like Kennedy, you don't need to know what you're going to do for the next, like for the rest of your career, right? You don't need to have like, it doesn't need to be that clear, but you do need to know what's happening in the next 2 weeks. Also, what I mean by like a clear plan, like how dialed in can you get in a day where it's like tomorrow, do you know your main 5 things that you need to accomplish? One way to be successful is to knock out tasks. So figure out what are your top 3, top 5 tasks that you need to crush in the next 2 weeks, and just crush them. right? Just crush them. If you hit all your goals, if you accomplish everything that you set out to accomplish, and those are part of the plan to get you to where you need to be, well, that sounds like success to me. Sounds like you're in the right direction. Like this number of 67,000. I know it's our office needs to do $7,200 per week in new business. All right, we need to do $7,236 every single week. Like I am clear on like where we need to be. So I know if we hit that number for the week, we're on track to hitting that goal at the end of the year. Or if we're underneath that number, that means we need to step it up. We need to catch back up to the benchmark, right? So how clear can you get on your plan? Now, once you have the clear plan, you can't stop. All right, you guys will hear me talk about the don't stop mentality a lot. And more importantly, don't stop when you're tired. This is where the champions shine. How many of you guys have ever gone running before? All right, cool. So this is something I heard from a boxer, and he was like, dude, I just run until it hurts, and then when it hurts, I run some more until it doesn't. Right? So it's like he runs until like the fatigue starts to kick in, and then once like he feels tired, he wants to stop, he wants to turn around, he keeps going until the pain goes away. So that's how he knows he reached a new limit, right? And I don't know if that's the best thing to do, right? Always, right? That might not always be the right thing to do, but when we put it into work ethic, it's like I'll use Cutco for an example, right? You think you're doing good, right? Or maybe you made 20 calls, but you still didn't hit the desired goal. So don't stop when you're tired. Stop once you reach the goal, is what I wanted to say. So don't stop when you're tired. Don't stop when you're bored, when whatever the case. Stop once you hit the goal. And in our profession, we don't work a 9 to 5, right? It's not like you clock in at 9 a.m., 5 o'clock, and you're done with your work for the day. Ours is very, very based on us, right? So if you said during the phone jam, I'm going to schedule 3 demos, but you scheduled 2 and you stopped your phone jam, maybe it's just because I stopped the phone jam. It's like, after we're done here, you should fight to get that one more. That's what a champion would do. Or if you said, I'm going to complete 10 demos this week and you're only at 7 on Sunday, that means you need to find a way to do 3 more to hit your goal. All right. So that's a championship mentality. All right. So don't stop. Which leads me into my next one is you need to change your normal. So there's a quote out there that says, normal isn't successful. Normal isn't successful. And it's true, right? Anybody that is quote unquote normal, I put normal in parentheses because what is normal? Do we even know what normal is? Right? Isn't like some people might say it's like normal to be a student and have $10,000 plus in debt. But others might say that's not normal. So like usually the people that are viewed as kind of like freaks or crazy are oftentimes the most successful people. Like those of you guys that follow sports, right, have probably heard of Kobe Bryant's routines. Right? Like where like people would come in, like professional athletes would come into the gym and he was already sweating and it's like 5 a.m. And they would come into the gym, do their full workout. He'll do the team workout, and then he would still stay in the gym. And they're like, dude, how is he going? Right. And like they would say he was a freak. He had a crazy mentality. Right. And so change your normal. What is the new normal? Right. Like this isn't a normal job. I'm sorry. Right. We sell knives. Like it's not a normal job. Right. These aren't normal times. Like you got to adjust, right? Because I've heard a lot of people, this was like the scariest thing that I was hearing a lot of people when the pandemic first happened, is like, I'll just wait for things to go back to normal. And look at us 8 months later, or however many months later. It's not normal. So the people who adapted won or are winning, right? So you want to be able to adapt quickly, change your normal, right? And then also the last thing I want to talk about on this is, have you ever heard people say, I used to hear my little brother say this like all the time, but I normally do this. This is what I always do. Just because you always do it, or that's what's in your normal day to day, doesn't mean that's right. Or it doesn't mean you need to keep doing it that way, right? There's always room for improvement. There's always room to grow. And then the last thing is, stop watching and start leading. Stop watching and start leading. And it's funny, like multiple like videos. I was like looking up, like I wanted some motivation for this talk. And most of the guys I looked up, they were like, if you're watching this video, you are a loser. Like one of the videos said, like, stop watching me be successful. Stop watching me dominate. Stop watching me crush everything. Like, go. That means you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I was like, man, that's a great point, right? Stop watching social media of like what others are doing. If you are on top of like whatever the newest meme, game, music, all that stuff is that comes out on a daily basis, you're probably not on top of what you could be doing, right? So it's like, what are you going to lead? Right? Those are other people that are taking action and leading in their respected areas, right? From their point of view. So stop watching everything. Stop waiting for me to inspire you. Don't wait for one of the assistant managers to like do a coaching call with you, and start leading. Like who's going to be the next person that just like, hey, John, I have this new idea. Another thing I like that Jacob did is like he posted like some motivation into the team chat the other day, and I thought that was cool. So like that's what I mean by like start leading, right? So stop watching and start leading. All right, so that's my impression of what championship work ethic looks like. All right, now I wanted to share a couple of my favorite quotes. So this is from Muhammad Ali. Hopefully everybody knows who this is, one of the greatest boxers of all time. All right. Now, I hated every single moment of training, but I told myself, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life like a champion. So this is a quote that I think of all the time, where I feel like being a little lazy, or I don't feel like doing my best at something, but it's like I'm training myself, I'm training my team, I'm training my staff for when we become champions. Right. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to be national champions next year. And we got to continue to work, continue to develop until we get to what we want to be. Right. But then even from that point, we got to take it to the next level. And then choose your pain. Choose your pain. You can either choose the pain of discipline, doing all the right things that you need to do all the time to get you to the desired goal, or the pain of regret. Has anybody ever had that pain before? Yeah. So I would rather choose the pain of discipline. They're both painful, right? Discipline, it's hard. Like if you're trying to get healthy, it's hard to eat a salad every day. It's hard, right? But it also sucks when you're not, when summer comes around again and you're like, crap, I'm still fat. Right? So choose your pain, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Right? So that's what I wanted to wrap up the meeting with for you guys. Hopefully you guys took some great stuff from Jacob. Hopefully something on here gave you a little light bulb. But share one of your, I see the light bulbs right here in the chat box. Share a couple of your light bulbs into the team group chat. So for the people that are in class, so that way they can see it. And yeah, we are all done with the meeting. Did I not share my screen that whole time? Wow. I had all these great slides for you guys. All these great slides. It's okay. It's okay. See right there, that was the pain of regret. Like I regret that now. I should have been more disciplined and checked myself. But look at all these great slides. All right, there you guys go. All right. But we are all done with the team meeting. Thank you guys for being a fantastic team, an awesome team. And let's go rip it up. All right, let's go crush it. Share your takeaways in the group chat. Share your light bulbs, and let's go hit the president's president's banquet. Let's prove people wrong. Let's prove people that we're champions. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great night.